If you want to get into welding today for under 500 bucks and get most everything that you need to start doing a hobby or DIY level of welding, then I'm going to show you today how to do it at Harbor Freight. A few things to know before we get started. Number one, this is aimed at people who are just wanting to get started at home. This is not for anybody that's wanting to start a business or do anything like that. Also, everything that I talk about in this video is just rounded up to the nearest, to the next whole dollar is what I should say. And it does not include any sale prices or tax. So you're really going to be able to save a little bit of money here and there if you can pick up some of these things on sale, if you buy them separately, or realistically, probably at least a couple of the items that you could potentially pick up from this video will probably be on sale even if you want to go buy it all in one day. So moving on with the PPE that you do need to buy right off the bat is a good pair of welding gloves. You'll get all kinds of different answers from different people. Some people will just wear regular leather work gloves. I personally prefer these titanium leather welding gloves. They're a pretty good welding glove. They do a great job protecting my hands and keeping my hands from getting cut up or burned while welding, and they're a good place to start getting a really good quality welding glove, not a cheap one. I'm just not recommending what is currently called the Chicago Electric welding gloves simply because I've never used them. They may do just fine, but I know that these are going to do a great job of protecting your hands. Next thing you're going to have to get you started welding is my favorite angle grinder of all of the angle grinders that I own. It is the 8 amp, I call it the rat tail angle grinder, but really it's the trigger grip angle grinder. I don't know, it's an 8 amp angle grinder. It's the biggest one you can get for the 4.5 inch angle grinders before you step up to the 11 amp paddle switch. I believe it's a Hercules, but this is just a good powerful angle grinder. It's my go-to. It's the most comfortable thing. Anytime I've got to do any big grinding jobs, this is what I pick up. And then along with that angle grinder, you're going to want to pick up several things: a flap disc, a grinding wheel that Harbor Freight sells. I typically buy the Berger brand, and then of course cutoff discs, and this is a 10-pack for super reasonable price, I believe right around the $8 mark. And I pretty much use the Berger stuff, with the exception of flap discs, almost exclusively with grinding wheels and cutoff discs. I'm not telling you that they're the best thing out there. I don't know that I really know what the best abrasive cutoff and grinding discs are for the lifetime of the discs or whatever, but they do really well for me, and they're really easy to pick up, and I can buy a lot of them for very cheap. I go to Harbor Freight for everything, so they're nice and easy to pick up too. Along with those abrasive discs, they have a kit of wire brushes that can go on angle grinders. I would pick that up also. It also comes with a wire brush. You're going to want to pick that up right at the start. So you have all kinds of different attachments to get you started with just the one angle grinder. Of course, as you get more into welding, as you continue to do it, I would pick up more angle grinders so that you're not constantly having to change out the wheels. But getting just one, and if I can only get one, I'd get that trigger grip angle grinder, and that's where I'd start. So another thing you're going to need is a welding helmet. And now this is clearly not sold at Harbor Freight. It's a Lincoln Electric welding helmet. I don't have the one that I'm going to recommend to you anymore. I owned the Red Design welding helmet for a long time, like almost 4 years. And I ended up just giving it away to somebody because it does kind of have a small viewing window. And I've been sent several different welding helmets over the years that I just simply like better. So I passed that one on. They're supposed to last about 6 years, it says, under normal conditions. The batteries are not replaceable. To get you started, I think it's a great place to start because it's auto-darkening. You're not messing with the fixed shade helmets. Like I said, I used that helmet for quite a few years, and it was a great welding helmet until I gave it away. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's still working. I don't even remember who I gave it to. Now the next thing you're gonna need is a welding table. I have two different ones here, one being the one that I made a long time ago out of 1/8 inch steel and some scrap metal. When I first got into welding, that's what I built. And then a produced or manufactured table here from Lincoln Electric. Now we're talking about Harbor Freight. I don't have this welding table, but if I was going to get started into welding, this is where I'd start, and here's the reason why. Well, what is it first? It's the titanium, I don't remember what exactly they call it, but fabrication table. Essentially, it's just like this Lincoln Electric one I've got here that has all the little different holes in it that allow you to put different stops and clamps and things into the table so that you can get your fit up of everything you're welding down really nicely. And that welding table, probably for the average DIYer or hobbyist, you know, it's not real big, but it also isn't real big. It doesn't take up a ton of shop space. And you're probably not really going to ever feel like you need to replace it unless you're starting to do way bigger work, you get into a business or something like that. Then you might want to step it up. But for just welding at home, that is the best thing that I think that you could pick up, that titanium table from Harbor Freight. And skip the cheap one. Don't pick up the cheap one. You're still going to fall under this $500 budget with the titanium one I'm talking about. I really think that this is a table that you're gonna pick up and you're never gonna really feel like you need to upgrade, like I said, unless you like actually, you know, develop your skills to the point and maybe get some education to the point where you're starting a business. And then a lot of this stuff you're probably gonna wanna upgrade. Now we're not quite to the welder yet, but you're gonna want a cart for the welder. And I've got two different Harbor Freight options here, but this one is definitely gonna break that $500 budget. This little welding cart is honestly all I feel like you need. And I've had this one for well over half a decade, 5 or 6 years, I wanna say. And it is a great little welding cart, it does everything I need it to. It has lots of little storage spots. It has a place for a gas tank on the back should you decide to upgrade the welders I'm going to recommend and start doing GMA, gas metal arc welding, or better known as MIG. And I just think that this little cart that comes in right around the $50 mark is an excellent place to start. I really think you'd be happy with this thing, and much like the titanium welding table, I don't know that you'd even really have a big desire to replace it or upgrade it in the future either. Now for the thing that this whole video is really revolving around, that's a welding machine. You're gonna have two options to pick from that I'm gonna put in this video. One is gonna put you slightly over that $500 mark, and then the other option is gonna keep you for sure under that $500 budget. The first option, and this is the one that I'm gonna recommend, and I'll tell you why, the brand new Berger welder that they just came out with last week. I haven't personally used it or had any experience with it, but it looks exactly like so many of the other little cheap 110 multi-process welders that'll do stick and flux core right out of the box, and then you can buy a bunch of stuff including expensive gas bottles and things to learn TIG should you want to. It's multi-process. Like I said, you can run stick, you can switch polarity, not the Berger one specifically, but all the little machines from like Art Captain, Yes Welder, several other brands that I've used. They're pretty much all the same, and I'm sure this Berger one's coming probably out of the same factories, and they're decent little machines. They do the job, but that's the one I'm going to recommend to start with because you can start learning two processes, and I guess a third if you really want to. Now the other option, and this option I almost want to recommend more just simply because it has a reputation. It's the little Titanium Flux 125. That's pretty much exactly like these two little Lincoln Electric welders that I've got here. But I've used several different versions of those machines as well. Just the little 90 amp flux core welders. They do a great job. I do have the Titanium Unlimited 140, pretty much my go-to machine for anything that I can do with 110 bolts. There's no reason why that Titanium Flux 125 wouldn't be any different. So the total with all those products that I mentioned, every single one of them, specifically with the Berger welder, you're gonna come out at a 480 bucks. 480 bucks for all those products. And you're gonna be able to do a whole wide variety, a wide range of different types of projects. And you're gonna get started in it with mostly everything you need. But if I did forget anything, make sure to let me know in the comments below. So thanks everybody for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you appreciate it. Maybe even consider hyping the video for me. Go down there, hit that hype button. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.